If you think about immobile quarterbacks, I think slow feels slower now. Think about it. You've got Lamar Jackson, great athlete. Kyler Murray, great athlete. I could name 5, 6 other dudes. So it makes an immobile quarterback like Mac Jones feel even more like dial-up speed. You know what I mean? But you can win with an immobile quarterback. I just think it's gone too far in terms of the doubting of immobile quarterbacks. And there is a huge difference between necessity and luxury. I think a lot of people are confusing the two. I think a lot of people want to have a mobile quarterback. That's a luxury. I would argue it's not a necessity. You can win with immobile quarterbacks. You can win big. Tom Brady just won another Super Bowl. He is not a gazelle back there. Phillip Rivers had a respectable season last year. Matt Ryan has never been mobile. He's a former MVP. It just goes way too far that you have to have a quarterback with mobility to win. No, you don't. It's just the latest myth. We have all of these quarterback myths. I'll go down the list. Oh, hand size. I mean, you got to have big hands. Joe Burrow has been just fine. And joked about that on Twitter, like, man, I guess I have to retire due to my small hand size. It was a big deal during the combine last year. What else do we have? Oh, one of my favorites, ginger quarterbacks. Can't trust these red-haired quarterbacks. I'm out. Really? So there's no chance that some ginger couldn't come along and have success. Like he's destined to fail because of his red hair. How stupid is that? Along similar lines, the black quarterback. That was a big theory for a long time. Look how that turned out. Good Lord, some of the best quarterbacks in football are black. Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, the list goes on and on. Also, short quarterbacks. This one has been disproven recently. Oh, you got to have a quarterback with some height. Well, there's Drew Brees. He was awesome. All-time great. Present day, Kyler Murray is pretty good. Russell Wilson is dynamic, okay? Those guys are all short. And all of a sudden, these people with their theories banging the table, you got to have a tall guy. They're just scratching their head looking at the floor like, I wasn't saying any of that. Like, you don't need to have a tall guy necessarily. The latest version of that, a stupid theory, is you have to. It is a prerequisite. You have to have a mobile quarterback. No, you don't. No, you don't. There will always be a place in the NFL for an immobile quarterback as long as he is a proficient passer. The rules are set up that way. They're not going to change. Like, I don't understand. If we were a decade removed from Tom Brady and we hadn't seen an immobile quarterback have big success, big playoff success, or big individual success, that would make a lot more sense. Tom Brady just won his 7th Super Bowl. And yet some are like, oh, no, can't take an immobile quarterback. No way. So really, take that to the extreme. Mac Jones is still on the board in the 7th round. Final few picks. You need a quarterback, but you're still out. You're like, no, he's immobile. Can't have success with immobile guys. Really? That's what we're doing? That's just stupid. Sorry, that just doesn't make sense.